We currently have a crazy deal going on over at Poodlecfb.com. If you use code BACKTOSCHOOL, all lowercase with the number 2 in the middle, you get 50% off the annual plan. And if you use code BACKTOSCHOOL2025, again, all lowercase with the number 2, you get 40% off the monthly plan. That is the best deal we've ever ran over there. Make sure to take advantage. This is a locked-in grandfather deal, so if you lock yourself into this deal, you have it for the lifetime of your membership. So come check it out, sign up, don't miss out on the best deal we've ever ran. Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Poodle back with another CFB 26 video, and today's video, I'm gonna be going over the best defensive abilities in the game. Now, guys, I want to announce a special Black Friday deal. This deal will only go on for approximately 2 weeks. Today is November 14th. This will go on till approximately Black Friday and then be gone for good. This is a special on only the annual plan. This will be over 50% off. So go check it out. Type in code Black Friday, all lowercase, no spaces, Black Friday. If you just want the monthly plan, code half off will still be in effect, although I do plan to expire both codes shortly after Black Friday, with the Black Friday one being right on Black Friday. So best time of the year for consumers to enjoy some deals. So go check it out. Go check out code Black Friday. Gain access to the best place for college football 26 Dynasty mode. Guys, if you haven't been in there yet, it's going to blow your mind. The stats, the detail, the direct access to me and the admins, the Discord chat, all the spreadsheets, all the tools, all the calculators. If you're in a Dynasty that's been running for a few seasons or plan to play a lot of the year, there is no better place to be. If you want to dominate your league, come join it. Gain access to our guides as well. Don't forget, code Black Friday, all lowercase, no spaces, gets you the best deal ever on the annual plan. And if not, code half off will get you hooked up on the monthly plan. Go check it out. Don't miss these next 2 weeks, and then it's gone. Let's get into it. So as you guys know, there's an awesome area in this game to actually go through abilities. I'm so glad they have this. It makes it so easy to see the differences between tiers. It makes it so easy to kind of compare things. But let's go through and compare and talk about our favorite and the best abilities in the game. So let's start with House Call, the first defense ability that does show up here. So House Call is slightly improved ability to catch interception attempts. This is a physical ability, obviously. Now this goes up as you go. So moderately improved ability to catch interception attempts, significantly improved ability, and then ultimate ability and unlimited stamina. So when it comes to House Call for me, people love it. Now it's one of those things, like, I like having it, but I don't go out of my way to get it right away. I rather than be able to cover better first and then get this. So this is one of those ones that are like a premium ability. Once I have enough points and I have it built up, I will go for it. Obviously 3 House Call corners will be really OP because they won't drop anything. But if they can't cover, they're going to leave everything open all day anyway. So I try to focus on my coverage stats first. But this ability for me, it's more of a platinum ability for me, or about maybe silver and above, because I like the unlimited stamina. The unlimited stamina is a huge part of this. When you catch it deep on like a streak or like deep on a post and you got to make a hard cut or some kind of spin or juke, you will run out of stamina. So this is like that Deion Sanders ability from back in the day. Just, he's an absolute monster with the ball once he gets a pick. For me, I don't think bronze helps too much, but anything after silver helps. And of course, if you're going to get up to gold, may as well get platinum. Let's keep going to our next defensive ability as we go down. If I miss any, I apologize. Just comment down below. Knockout. This is one of the best abilities. I love this ability. It was obviously more OP in like Madden 23, 24-ish, but Knockout's great because it really gives you that second wind. You know, when you play like awesome coverage, or a guy has the perfect lead, or some kind of pass that just kind of blows you, you know, for like a second, like, oh my god, I got this bagged, and then the receiver goes and high points it, or your defender doesn't animate and you're like, you get freak out. This ability is a second win, so this increases knockouts and less broken tackles on jumping catch attempts. So 2 things this does a great job of. When a guy like high points or like boxes you out on a post or a corner, when they're in the air catching it, first, the guy with knockout will, a good amount of the times, depending on the tier you have, knock the ball out. And this prevents a lot of tight contested catches, and the offense will have to start scheming like really open to get much on you. Or at bare minimum, they wrap them up and they don't allow those stupid like broken tackles where they get a streak and then they break it on the way down. So for me, as per usual with this, I'm at least taking this on bronze. That's one of the first abilities I'm getting on my players. But eventually, I think not platinum on 3 corners or platinum on all your secondary is so overpowered. It is ridiculous to play against. Knockout's definitely one I care about. Duress. Love Duress for this reason specifically. It was even better last year, but still great. Manual progression changes a little bit. So last year, the reason this ability was so great is there was a scrambling meta. Everyone loved scrambling quarterbacks. As you guys know, if you watched my channel or played last year, scrambling quarterbacks this year as well all come in the 70s, usually with deep accuracy, or they usually come with, they reduce their deep accuracy so they can't really throw anything deep on you. Now, last year, the reason it was so OP is because scrambling quarterbacks and automatic regression wouldn't upgrade their deep accuracy till like their senior year, if that. So Duress, which is the ability to increase pressured effects on the quarterback when unblocked and in front, means that when a scrambling quarterback would feel pressure coming, which in CFB, heavy pass rush, they're always coming. It's up to the user to kind of stand tall in the pocket, evade it, and make your throw. But this is how you get those red throws. When you're timing it and you get a red throw and it goes right to a safety or just completely overthrows. You guys know what I'm talking about with the scrambling quarterback last year. You'd have a wide open streak, wide open post, and you would just get the red release of death, and it would just be a pick, an overthrow, and blow your game. Duress increases this, especially when you have fast edge rushers who are always going to be somewhat in the backfield. This is so huge. A scrambler trying to run away. This is huge. Now, I love Duress. This year it's a little different because with manual progression, you can manually increase all of those things that throw under pressure. You can manually increase their deep accuracy, but this is still a huge ability, and this gives you like another wild card. So even if your coverage isn't great or a play is wide open, this ability, especially on gold or better, will give you the ability to have red throws on the quarterback and kind of disrupt a good play. This gives you like an extra, like, you could be as good as you want, but if the other team's getting green releases and they're throwing them open, you can't do too much sometimes. This gives you a little wild card on a 3rd down and long, game-changing play streak where a wide open streak becomes a pick, which is the worst feeling ever in this game. Duress is huge. Hammer, ability to land hit stick attempts, improved ability to land hit stick attempts. Hammer is good, but it depends on the player. I wouldn't put Hammer on a guy that barely qualifies for Hammer. I want Hammer in my guys with 88 plus hit power, 86 plus hit power. I want this on my middle linebackers and my safeties. I want this on guys that like a safety in the box. Don't put this on a free safety that you always let just sit and cover one or cover too high. There's not going to be many attempts for them to utilize this. You want those on your bruising backers, thumpers. This is what you want them on. Hammer's great, and of course, with the platinum one, you get a moderate fumble increase. For me, this ability needs to be on platinum. Landing better hit sticks, that's a skill gap thing. You could time better, but getting a fumble increase is so huge. Fumbles change the game, as you guys know. Wrap up. Wrap up's always been weird to me. I love the concept of wrap up, but in like actuality, I had Harold Perkins with wrap up platinum, and I feel like so many broken tackles that have been huge plays against guys like Milrow, and those guys kind of like their abilities override wrap up, but I love it. Ultimate protection for broken tackles and fake outs. This is huge because if someone tries to juke them, instead of getting a huge play, they'll just stand tall and not be juked out at all. Also, it prevents those crazy broken tackles. And if you know, Madden broken tackle is not a huge thing, but in CFB, the way the real player movements are so insane. You get the craziest like bounce offs and pop outs, and you slip through tackles. Wrap up is huge. Again, I'm focusing these on my linebackers, especially my 3-4 scheme. I like wrap up. I'll take anything above silver. It doesn't have to be gold or platinum. I prefer platinum, but I'll take any kind of improvement on tackling because, as you know, in CFB, there's so many broken plays. Our next one, takedown. Increased ability to prevent broken sacks. I like this ability. Again, one of those ones where I feel like wrap up should kind of like help with this, but I don't always feel like it does. So on basic, it prevents broken sack attempts, increased attempt. Then on gold, it prevents sack attempts and forced sack fumbles. And on gold, it improves your ability to prevent broken tackles and forced sack fumbles. Now in ultimate, it prevents broken tackles. In general, you cannot force a sack, you cannot break a sack, and you have an increased chance to force sack fumbles. I personally love takedown on my D-line. Whoever comes through routinely for you, and in CFB it's so random, a DT could just come on a free release. I love takedown, ideally on platinum, but I'm okay with this just being at gold. This is going to be absolutely huge for so many reasons. Pass rush is so wild in CFB, and the biggest thing in this game, and for any of you guys who play, there's like 3 things that just turn a game. A loss of downs that you break a tackle on because tackle breaking is huge, and you turn it into some huge run. A sack on like that would put you in like 3rd and 30 or 4th and 30 that you break off. You get like that Jalen Milrow speed release off of it, and then you send that downfield for a touchdown or scramble. That can change an entire game, especially in high leverage moments. Takedown huge for me. I want the ability to make sure they can't break my sacks, and I want to have 4 sack fumbles, especially when you have a scrambling quarterback in a game like CFB where running's a lot easier with the quarterback. They're more prone to running, so I prefer that. Blow up. Blow up is good. I just find it to be so wishy-washy with how it activates for me. But blow up is the ability to beat impact blocks. So blow up's like kind of when someone's running halfback base on you or anything with a pulling guard or a guard's going to the 2nd level. When that happens and you have blow up, you'll just blow them up and the entire block gets entirely killed. This is great, but it depends on what kind of run scheme they run. Like if they're running outside zone with a lead blocking fullback, which is what I do, the fullback will get absolutely tossed back into the hole. So this is a really good ability. I don't think it needs to be on platinum. I'm fine with it being silver or above. And obviously you want these on your linebackers, especially your 3-4 linebackers. Bouncer. I don't love bouncer. This is route running fatigue when performing a chuck and zone coverage. I've never found this ability in any year to really work that well. I don't find it to always happen. Okay, you get a chuck here or there, but it doesn't happen consistently enough. And a lot of the times they just run right past them and you don't get the chuck. I guess if you were to use the corner, it would be better if you did it like out of the slot and you did it manually. But for me, it's good for like if you see on Ultimate Platinum, slight increase to excel loss. That's great, but I don't see it happening enough. I'm personally avoiding this ability for the most part. I don't hate having it on bronze or silver just to have it. Jammer, one of my favorite abilities in the game, increased ability to press. When it's platinum, you get ultimate ability to press. Jammer's that ability that just annoys the hell out of you. So here's the thing with any football game. There's a skill gap when it comes to man coverage. When you're playing great man coverage, especially with Jammer, in a game like CFB, it changes things. So in Madden, again, it didn't hurt as much because you have more time in the pocket and eventually the receiver breaks off the jam and gets a wide open touchdown. In CFB with the pass rush, being able to jam someone for even 1.5 seconds and disrupting the whole play does two things. First, you may overwatch a route, jam. By the time you turn to your next read, you're sacked. But more importantly, in CFB, they'll jam so long that when they come off of it, they may come off of it at a slow speed release and you may think you could still throw that and then the cornerback's still on it. Jamming is huge. Personally, I don't really notice much of it on bronze or silver. This is definitely one of those platinum abilities where I'm like, yeah, when this is platinum and the guy has 90 plus man, I can see it. You have 3 corners with this. And the thing with man coverage is when you can play elite man, it changes the way your opponent has to play. You basically will force them into having to run zig routes, having to run slants, having to do motions. You're going to force them halfback angle Texas routes. You're going to start to force them to play a certain way that they may not like. And if they don't like to play that way and they're just going to stay with their game, you're going to destroy them. Then when you play a really good user who knows how to adjust to it, that allows you, if you're a good defensive coordinator, good defensive user, to now play into that. You know they're going to run Texas and drags. So you put your safety in a flat. You could use your safety down. Once they give up on their routes and they know they have to beat you with like the kind of cheesy man beating routes, Jammer's huge. It's always good to have. If you don't play man coverage, of course, avoid it. But I think it always helps to have so you have it in your back pocket. Blanket coverage, another huge ability. I want this in platinum. Jammer and blank coverage are my 2 favorite abilities to have in platinum. This is your ultimate cut reaction. This is when you're running corner routes against man and you pre-throw it on the cut knowing you'll be open, but the corner cuts perfectly and undercuts it. That's blanket coverage. That's when they jump a drag, they jump a slant, they stay with the deep post. They don't give you like those wide open cuts against man. So you really want that with Jammer in the case that they do break off the jam. They don't get absolutely cooked by the route after, because I've seen that too. You jam a slant for a second, then they come loose and it's wide open. You want to make sure they can stay with you. And especially if you're not even going to jam, if you're not pressing, you want to make sure they can actually stay with the route downfield. Otherwise, that's how you end up with a lot of big plays against man, because that's what man coverage is. Man coverages will give you 2.5 seconds of coverage. After that, the deep post is open, the streak could be open, the slant's open, the halfback Texas route is so open. You got to be able to stay with them just a little bit. If you can't, man can get absolutely killed if you hold up in the pocket well enough. Then there's a few that are kind of like mixed, like recoup. Don't care too much about that from a defensive standpoint. Let's keep scrolling down, see if we can find any more of these. Let's see what else we got from a defensive standpoint. I know there's still a ton. Let's see. Got a lot of offense. Inside Disruptor. Inside Disruptor is one of my favorite abilities in the game. Inside Disruptor is similar to the other ones where it changes the way your opponent has to play. Inside Disruptor is if they run inside zone, this guy's going to come right through. He's going to blow up the line most times. This is the one that I want on gold or platinum, especially platinum most times. This is one of the ones where on bronze or silver you won't notice as much. You want it to consistently happen, because when it consistently happens, you could defensive scheme around knowing they can't do that. This means that your opponent either A, has to avoid inside runs to their side, so now you can start to game plan knowing they're not going that way. B, they might not change anything and you'll just blow up runs and kick them out of their run game early, then force them to pass a lot, and then bam, you have a recipe for winning. Or C, they have to double team the inside disruptor, which leads to easier gap shoots by your linebacker and a lot more guys coming through. Now, outside disruptor, same thing, but on the outside, I don't care for it as much. Outside disruptor to me doesn't work as well. It's very easy to double team an end, or to, which is what you want to do anyways in an outside zone, or to like just block a tight end, or to scramble around it. Outside disruptor to me, I know it's against the run, not per se scrambling, but like it's so easy to just run around it. I'm not, especially if they blow up to the inside on outside disruptor and you just go around them. Not a huge play for me. I'm not like, that's not my big play when I'm making abilities. Like, okay, this is the one I always got to get. I don't hate it in tandem with inside disruptor, having 2 inside disruptor at DTs and then having 2 outside disruptor at outside linebacker / end. I don't hate it. Same thing with option disruptor. I think option disruptor was a lot better last year. I feel like options are a bit toned down this year compared to how I thought I could run them last year with like speed options and zone options. Now, pocket disruptor, one of the best abilities in this game. You'll see this. You'll know when it's third down, like 3rd and 20. And that's what's huge about this game, because you can scramble. There's a lot of big broken plays, and they happen a lot on 3rd down when you're playing that conservative defense and you're playing more guys back up deep and you give them time. There are so many broken plays in CFB. It's terrifying. Bigger field too, that plays a role in it. Pocket disruptor, I'm fine with it being on silver, but I prefer it at least being on gold. This is when it's 3rd and 4th down and there's 8 to go. You get a significant pass rush. When you have this on all 4 of your guys, someone's coming loose. That's when you get like that defensive tackle who does like the Aaron Donald swim move, who like just like blows up something. And as long as they get in the backfield early, it kills the play. Think about this. It's 3rd and 20. Your opponent's going to run 4 verts, maybe some crossing route, maybe a Texas route. If you give them enough time, they usually can convert it. But if you have a guy that comes through almost instantly with pocket disruptor, it forces them to scramble to one side, which kills one side of routes, leads to an inaccurate throw, and probably doesn't keep their eyes downfield. This is a huge blow-up play for after 3rd downs. I love it. It's come clutch. It's come up big for me in a lot of clutch situations. Now, strong grip. Slight boost to lateral shed prevention. This is the offensive version of the other one I love. I know there's one more. Here it goes. Grip breaker. Grip breaker, slightly increased lateral sheds on rim plays. Love grip breaker. You'll notice this right away when playing. If you play a team without any grip breaker and you run inside zone or outside zone, they'll just hold on to your lineman one-on-one, and you can pick your hole. They'll never come off of it. When a team has grip breaker in their front 7, like especially on gold or better, and I love this on platinum, you'll notice that they just stand there, and once you make a cut, they rip off the guard, they rip off the tackle, and they grab you. This turns, like, you'll see green daylight for 20 yards. You'll see like touchdown. You'll see the touchdown hole, and you'll cut up it, and they come right off it. It is the ultimate morale killer. I love this ability. And as you guys know, if you could run well in CFB, the game is so hard, because if someone's running well against you, on top, it's already easy to pass at times with all the open space. There's all the scrambling. If you can contain the run, force them to pass, it is so much better with how good pass rush is. But when you allow them to run all day and you got to sell it for the run, the pass becomes so easy. Grip breaker is a staple for me. Grip breaker and inside disruptor are 2 plays that I absolutely love. Aftershock, another great one I love. A big strategy that people use is to have bruising backs and just to wear down your defense. So I like to do the same thing on defense, having aftershock on a linebacker after a bunch of hits. And this is especially true when you play someone, especially lower tier schools that don't have a bunch of depth. When you play someone who has that one platinum shifty running back and their whole game plan's around them, sit in 3-4 that first half, use the linebacker, and just come in and double team that running back. Hit him as hard as you can. Always make sure to land a hit stick on him. You will make that running back red. You'll kill his speed. You'll kill his cutting. He'll take off plays. And then once they lose their focal point of their offense, they fall apart. Especially when you're playing someone who's so hell-bent on beating you a platinum shifty and they're not a big passer. You knock that running back out. And I was the victim of this last year. In CFP 25, the first 3 seasons, I was all in on running. Zone option, read option, outside stretch, inside zone. So when they would knock out Durham for me, and like they'd make him red in like 6 carries with abilities like this, I'd be focused on just running my quarterback. Once they were both red, my game plan was done. I couldn't run with either. I couldn't break any big plays. I couldn't make cuts. My game plan would fall apart. This is huge. And then Robber. Love Robber. You'll notice Robber. Now, what I like about Robber on Platinum is that it does it for man and zone. So you definitely want Robber on Platinum for sure. You don't want to just get zone. Robber is the ability, and you'll notice it when you're running cover 2 high, right? And someone tries to beat you with a post over the middle, or someone tries to beat you with like a weird comeback that's kind of covered on like a streak, but they're trying to like lead it down. When the ball gets thrown, you see like the most instantaneous reaction to it from your safety. That's when someone tries to beat you with a deep post over the middle and cover 2, and right when they throw it, your safety goes sprinting for it and jumps it. When they're running a deep in or like a dig and your safety is there, he jumps in front of it. That's Robber, and you want it on Platinum because then you also get the man benefits of it, which is great to me. Ballhawk kind of goes hand in hand, ability to break after a pass has been released. So if you have Robber and Ballhawk, this is so elite, because not only will they move better in their area, like they stay with it better, they're more fluid, they also get a quicker release on it. So you definitely want these in tandem. I love both these on Platinum. I don't think they work too well on Silver or Bronze. These are definitely more Platinum based abilities. Let's see what else we got. Quick Jump. Love Quick Jump. Now, I don't always love Quick Jump just for pass rushing per se. I love Quick Jump for like the BS that occurs in CFB. Quick Jump gives you a quick jump off the snap, especially in 3rd and 4th and long. Gets even better if you have it in Platinum. Now, what I love about Quick Jump is that there's certain plays like play actions, or there's certain plays like a regular play where your defender just gets unblocked in CFB. Happens all the time. Now, with that Quick Jump, two things could happen. A, you get unblocked, and by the time you get off your release, someone picks up your block. Or B, you get unblocked, but by the time you get off your release, it takes you a little longer to get the quarterback. Quick Jump gives you like that instant jump, especially on Platinum. So the great thing about Quick Jump in CFB, when there's unblocked plays, which happen like every 10 plays, it feels like, you get this instant bull rush at the quarterback. You'll see it. You'll know when it happens too, because you won't even see it happening. Sorry, yeah, you won't see it. When Quick Jump goes into effect and you go unblocked, what you'll see is this. You'll be backing up. Typically, for a good player, you don't look at the line right away. You typically see where your routes are developing, and you come back to the line like a second or two into the play. With Quick Jump, you'll back up, and you'll be looking upfield, and you'll just be sacked. You're like, what the hell? How is it even possible? You watch the replay. Quick Jump activated. He went unblocked. You get like that instant pop off the line, and that's especially huge if you have a fast player. Love Quick Jump. Gotta be at least silver, because obviously you don't want it to be bronze. It's not going to give you enough. Got to be at least silver, but for this to be elite, when you have like those 4 platinum Quick Jump guys on the line, it is absolutely ridiculous. And let's see if we have anything else. There's probably a few more. Let's see. It's not that. Let's see if we have anything else. And then these are mental. I'm not going to go through all the mental abilities, guys. Mental abilities, to me, you can't upgrade them. You get stuck with what you get. The point of this video is for you guys to see my thoughts on, should I upgrade this? What goes well together? How do I feel about this? Does this one work every time? Situationally, if I run a zone scheme, should I do this? That's the point. Mental abilities, you don't get to choose. You recruit players. You're going to take a 5-star with or without them. So those are what they are. They're much harder to test. Hope this video helped you guys out. If you found some value to this video, give it a thumbs up. Comment down below if there's any abilities that I missed or that you think should have been more incorporated into what I talked about. If you have any other caveats like, oh, that ability is great, except, or I know you don't like this ability, but here's the use case for it. Always helps out our community. And guys, don't forget, code Black Friday, all lowercase, one word, gets you the best deal ever on the annual plan only. Go check it out. You lock yourself in for the entire year from now until CFB 27, and you're grandfathered into that rate. So it is a special time to lock yourself in to the best place to be. If you're not a member there, you won't get it just yet, but once you're in, you'll see most people don't leave. Most people lock themselves in for the annual after getting the monthly. So come check it out, guys. Thank you for watching. Don't forget, Chalkboard, they did change the deposit. If you do the deposit bonus, if you use code Poodlecfb or the link down below in the bio or the description, you will get a deposit match. So if you spend 20, you get 20. You spend 100, you get 100 versus just free 20 for any deposit. So if you haven't already, go check out Chalkboard. You won't regret it, guys. Thank you. I'm out. Peace.